It wasn't late.
Sound like it'd be your fault.
Well, I could have turned the light on and
You couldn't
things
decide
like
between
that.
if you wanted to wear the weed suit or shorts. And
The weed suit
Also,
was
true, I
tough,
didn't
man.
have the computer set up, so he has to log in and stuff like that when I should have it already set up.
gotcha.
One thing I can say, man, yo, Ken, you got some big shoulders, man. You know what I mean?
Here we
Got some
go.
big shoulders, man.
They got big shoulders like a
Hey.
Steve Harvey suit.
Can you
Yeah.
wait? Hey, Sticks. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Time out. Hold on.
No, I'm here
I
for
know
the
you you say your professionalism
I'm
and
here for
stuff,
the jokes,
but you didn't say comedian, okay? You didn't say professional comedian,
yeah,
okay?
we didn't.
You said professional,
I didn't finish
but
telling you my
you
story.
threw me off
No,
with this
I'm
one,
just
though. Please tell me the
I'm finna
rest
tell you
before I
my
know what
whole
I'm getting
story.
into.
trying to
Because
tell you
Steve
my whole
Harvey hit
story.
hard.
Hey,
Okay?
if T.I. could
Bless
do
you,
it, I
sir.
could do it.
Yo,
You
Steve
know.
Harvey broke my heart, man, when I
Yeah,
was
Steve
younger,
Harvey
dude.
hit me hard.
Why? What
there,
happened?
son.
What happened? My bad. I must have missed something.
Yo, I thought Steve Harvey had the toughest line growing up.
Oh,
I
that's
just want to
we
have
Yeah,
a.
was just
come
talking
on,
about that
man.
the other day in the barbershop.
Yo, that shit was crazy, B, when he did that, B.
Yeah, Steve
That
Harvey
shit
been
messed me
doing
up.
this
That was
for
like
20
Santa
years.
Claus. Finding out Santa Claus wasn't real and shit like that, B.
Yeah,
That shit
Santa
messed me up.
Claus, Tooth Fairy, Steve Harvey.
What's a fact? Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny. It falls right in that category right there.
I ain't never
Word.
believed in Santa Claus. My parents wouldn't let me.
Oh,
You know
but
what I did with my
you
kids
said,
though?
Bunny bringing eggs.
Nah,
You
they
know
ain't
what I'm
believe in none of that.
saying?
What I did with my kids though, I let them believe in Santa. But I let them think like, yo, listen, yeah, it's Santa Claus, but I gotta give them the money to get all them gifts. So all you doing is going shopping for me. I told them like that from the
Make sure
jump,
you
B.
involved. Huh?
They wasn't giving that white man all that credit,
All
B,
that
for
credit.
shit I'm paying for. I don't know.
He said,
No, I
"I'll be
paid
giving
for that.
you the money. I'll be
I gave him the
sending
money to go
to
get
the
the
North
gifts.
Pole."
I always told him that, bro, from the jump. I ain't never told him nothing else. Yep. I wasn't letting that shit go down.
That's funny.
And then now my kids is like 15 and 13 right now. They ass is so slick. I know they don't believe in no damn Santa Claus. They still like they believe in Santa Claus. Oh, Santa, stop playing with me, yo. 15-year-old believing in Santa Claus. Get your ass out of here. Don't go to school saying that shit.
For real.
For real.
Why they can't believe in Santa Claus?
No, listen, man. That's all game, dude. That's all game. That's all game, man. So,
Did you
yo,
believe in
can
Santa
Santa
Claus?
give me this $4 gift?
Trap, did you believe in Santa when you was younger?
Probably up to like the age of probably 7 or something like that.
Mm. I
Maybe.
feel like my parents wasn't letting me believe in nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the way I
fictitious.
feel. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Nah,
Man, I
mine did.
remember my friends was like watching wrestling and playing with the little wrestling. My pops was like, "Bro, that's
Shit's
fake.
fake.
Come
Yeah.
watch this boxing." I was like, "All right." I grew up not liking wrestling either.
You mean no white man's come with no fucking slave where I lived. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely thought wrestling was real. I bust my whole joint
Yeah,
open
ain't
when I
no
was
fucking
younger.
white man coming. Get the fuck out of here.
You say, you mean this man finna come through with a red suit on?
Police won't even come
with a
through.
gang,
What the
with
fuck?
a gang of stuff and bags?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
And it's getting to the
Yeah.
right houses?
Yeah. I had my kids so stuck on the Christmas joint. They used to leave reindeer food outside for the reindeers. I did the one like for like 2 years. I did the Elf on the Shelf joint. And I would have to move it around the house like in different spots. I had to remember like you got to move the elf.
I was terrible.
Shit, we used to eat Santa Claus as cookies niggas left out. You know what I'm saying? You know, the stores and shit, be leaving little shit out for Christmas. We used to love that shit. That shit all up.
Y'all know that's like about imagination and shit, and y'all killing them kids.
I know. I'm thinking about how bad of a father I was doing this. Like,
not really,
but
man.
I'm gonna tell you, I realize this though, straight up. Like, now, parents really. So this is like the biggest running joke to me. I think having a child teaches women how to love. Like that's their first time really being in love is when they have a kid. I think a father teaches them how to be loved, but I think when they have a kid, because that's the first time in theory that they have a selfless love, where in theory they're supposed to put the kid before themselves. Because if you think about women all the way up into that point, it's pretty much all about them.
Up until they have a kid.
Yeah, because it's
So,
like
what would you say their emotions they have for the person they with is then?
Well, it's contingent on everything that you're doing right and wrong.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? I think everybody has met a down ass woman, but they don't. It ain't that down. You know what I mean? Ain't no woman.
Because you down and out, they out.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think when women, their father shows them how to be loved, right? So they pick up how somebody should love them based off their father. You know what I mean? And that's why it gets tricky when they pops don't be around, because it's like, damn, you know what I mean? They're trying to figure it out then. But I think when they first have a kid, I mean, they really be like, oh my God, this is more important than me. You know what I mean? And they even fucking that up now, because like you'll look at it and that'll be their badge of honor, is being that kid's parents. Like, you ever look at somebody caption and the caption says like mother to this person first, like that become their crowning, achievement, like being a parent. But I think that kind of makes them almost handicapped to the kid. Does that make sense? Like,
being their parent.
Yeah, because you ever like the running joke that like a woman marries her son to some degree?
Yeah.
Like that's why they be fighting over the girl that he picks.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it makes sense about the dad. Like you say, the father teaches the daughter, how to be loved by a man. I can understand that part. And if there's no fathers there, then the girl don't know how to be loved.
Yeah, and she's trying to figure it out. She's trying to figure it out.
Because the dad's go give his daughter real love, be stern, yet go be firm and gentle. You know what I'm saying? So I can see what you're saying in that aspect of.
And a man is just different. Don't nobody, you got to do right, period. Don't nobody love you unless you're doing right. Like your mom is the closest to loving you. You know what I mean? But even that love kind of almost handicaps you. You know what I'm saying? But really, everybody else is, you got to do what you're supposed to do. The first time you meet a girl, you got to do what you're supposed to do. First time you get married, you got to do what you're supposed to do. First time you a parent, you got to do what you're supposed to do. It's all contingent on the shit you're doing. It's all contingent on the shit you're doing. So I was thinking about that. So a lot of things when I watch modern day parenting and shit like that, it's really interesting. I mean, it's a challenge too, because now like influences outside of the house have never been stronger. Like, remember back in the day, to go get influence outside the house, you actually had to go outside and you could stop the influences from coming in the house. Like, it'd be certain homies that got put on a gang. Shit, for me, when I got put on the 7, my dad didn't know. My mom didn't know. They didn't really know what was happening. You know what I mean? Because I would leave that bandana somewhere else. You know what I mean? I wouldn't bring that shit inside the house. Now parents are fighting, the internet, social media, and that's bringing outside influences into the house.
Now, if you would have brought that bandana into the house, what you think your parents would have said?
World War IV.
Okay.
My dad would have probably shot me. I'm not exaggerating. Your boy would have smooth probably shot me. Oh, you want a gangbang? Let me show you what it feel like. He would have shot me. I could see him teaching that lesson.
Left one or right one?
You hide it from your parents.
Forever.
So your dad to this day don't know what you was doing?
Yeah, because everybody else told him.
Oh, okay.
I've probably been to jail like 9 or 10 times. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. I've never been to prison, but I didn't call so many cases, police being mad they couldn't catch me, selling PCP and stuff. They just take me to jail just for the 72 hours. And I went to jail a lot of times. I never called my parents from jail. Okay. Never in my entire life.
So they didn't know exactly what was going on like that.
My mom knew I was selling drugs. She tried to hit me with her car. You know what I mean? She bust my mouth, like all my whole mouth was filled with blood. Feel me? And my dad, like she tried to run me over the car. I had to dive out the thing. You know what I'm saying?
That was kind of.
Yeah, I see that bandana in the house.
That's
my dad was way worse too. Like my dad was way worse.
I was kind of complete opposite though, man. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. My parents knew about every bullshit I did.
I never would call my parents when I got in trouble. ever in life. I never called Big O when I got in trouble, dog. Olivia was not to be played with. You feel me? My dad was worse because he was kind of like he was a street dude. You know what I mean? But like I had to hide it from him. He would have tried to teach me like a cold lesson.
Cause let me ask you this question. So you didn't start going to jail until you was 18, or was you going to
First time I
jail?
went to jail was on my 18th birthday.
Okay, so that's why he's able to hide it.
Yeah.
I was going to jail when I was a juvenile.
Yeah, me too.
There
So
was
gotta
no
call your
way.
parent,
Yeah, there was no way.
Me too.
I
would've
tried
went
to
to
call
jail at-
aunts and stuff.
If
but
I
they'll
was in
just
jail at
tell,
15, I wouldn't have called the parents still.
you know.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, my pops told me don't. My pops mom always told me don't call him. Like, yo, nah, you get in trouble, don't be calling me from no jail. This, that, this. Nah, don't be having on my line. My mom's was the one that was like, you better call me when I'm there. I remember one time I was at court one time. And I was going to court, and the lawyer had told my moms I was gonna be getting out. And then when I went to see the judge, the lawyer didn't let me out. They didn't release me. My mom tapped the lawyer on the shoulder, said, "Come here for a second." Went outside the courtroom and went crazy on the lawyer. Till the lawyer came back up in there and was like, "Excuse me, we have a misunderstanding," and got me up out of the whole shit. Word. So it was like my mom was just always like I don't really hide too much. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll find out on her own though. Ain't like I volunteer, but it was just down like that with my mom.
You had a nice mom, Trap. My mom
Yeah. Not a
had
mean mom.
accountability. Her thing was about accountability. Like she wouldn't stand up for me if I was wrong, no matter what it was. You know what I'm saying? School, anywhere. One day when I was going to court and was going to get some time in juvenile, my mom just dropped me off at the courthouse and left. Didn't even stick around because she knew I was getting locked up and just like, okay, see you.
My mom's
So
been
my
on
mom
that
was
time since I
freaking
was in
hard.
school. I never
Yeah.
got my mom used to go to school and go to parent-teacher conference. I was a bad kid in school. So the teachers would be going crazy on me. Yo, he did this, that, this, and this. I'm gonna let them finish and be like, all right, what does he do good? You only tell me what he do bad. This and this. That was her line every time on the teachers. Like she would go off on all of them all the time. Or
Big O would have had my back, but I just was way too arrogant at that point. No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here. No Ceilings by Glasses Malone YouTube page. Thank y'all for subscribing. Make sure you like this real quick. If you're on Twitter, retweet this link. If you're on Facebook, share this post. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. Just dropped a great episode, conversations on stochastic terrorism, kind of some thoughts on Charlie Kirk and everything happening. Really interesting. New one dropping tomorrow as well. Make sure y'all subscribe to that No Ceilings podcast, the audio, because it's a real podcast. And we get through a lot of really good thoughts on there. It's different when I'm kind of paying attention to y'all at the lunch table. Shout out to the lunch table. But when I'm focused and I'm thinking, you know what I mean, I get to really, with a flashlight, examine my mind and thoughts. But make sure you subscribe to the No Ceilings podcast, Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast from. No Ceilings podcast, executive producer, Charlamagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. Coach is out for the day. I got my man 6 John up in the house.
Yeah.
One of the first guys I knew from LA that rapped when I didn't know no rappers. You know what I mean? So
true that.
Good to have you here.
Basketball expertise since
Yo.
Bill is sitting down and Coach Chaos is sitting down for a minute.
Switch one coach for another coach. I heard the song y'all two got together. That shit is fire too.
It's right up your alley.
Yes, it is. That's my bag.
We were just talking about that.
It must have a
That's
meaning,
my
huh?
bag.
It must have a message, huh?
Yes, it does.
Is that what it is, Trap?
That's my bag right there. Yeah.
Coach, get better,
Six
Coach.
knew what the sense is. You ain't here doing sense right now. I said, oh, so now this shit right here dope.
Into that.
The
He gonna put a message and shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Every time. Every time. I gotta speak the gospel. You know?
So
shout out. Gospel. Is that what you're using?
I'm just saying. The people.
Facts.
So a dude today. So anybody that knows me knows I'm a big fan of the whole Milwaukee, the 414 movement, the new hip hop scene, Maya P, Big Frank, JP, Steve the Stoner. I'm a big fan of that. Rest in peace, my man Twan Mack.
Rest in peace.
I'm a big fan of it. And watching them develop how they want to move to music. Shout out to Steve, low end music. That's what they call it. And it's really festive and fun. So Maya P just dropped a new song. If you don't know who Maya P is the girl that had the fairy song. She was a fairy. I know that's all you remember.
Oh
is the
yeah, I
dance.
know.
She was a fairy.
Yeah, so she had that was like her really breakout on the internet, and they start, she been popping. So she just put out a new record. And I like the record. Like, and they be dancing. You could tell, they really enjoying making music. It's not necessarily about money for them yet. Like, they're starting to make money, you could tell, but they're really into just making people enjoy what's happening. So a guy named the Rico World on Instagram came under the comment that I left that said fire. And he felt what I said was disingenuous. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. I put fire emojis. He put, "Cuz, really? I know you supporting, but this ain't it." So I see it. I said, "Why not?" He said, "No substance whatsoever. Where's the lyrics? Or you just nod your head to the beat? Help me understand, how is this fire? There's plenty of dope female artists with actual talent that should be co-signed. You better than this, Lope."
Who was this dude?
Somebody
And I
try to
respect
tell him.
that. I
Somebody try
respect it
to
because it
tell him.
reminds me of trap, right? It reminds me of trap, right?
I try to tell him this all the time. But
So this is the problem. And I keep telling trap and people like Rico World, y'all know hip hop used to be fun. Like, before it became this preachy, ridiculous thing that you stare at the radio and you be trying to deal with your own problems in your life. It used to be an escape to where you could have fun. You could feel better about your existence. You could just take a break away from life and enjoy the music. And somewhere along the line, the Rico World and trap forgot that. They forgot that hip hop was just fun. It wasn't about a message in 73 and 74 when the MC would just prop up the DJ. My DJ better than yours.
Yeah.
It wasn't about that. It wasn't about
that was
that.
the message.
For a
Oh, here we
long
go,
time.
Trap. Stop
What do you
it.
say?
Here goes Trap said that
And
was a
then
message.
the message happened. The message happened, right? Which did a great job of making really fun music and instituting, kind of discussing what's going on in the community in 83, 84. At the same time, Planet Rock is still probably the biggest song in the world. Right?
Yeah.
But somehow Trap and Rico World just really don't want fun in hip hop. I just don't understand why you don't want fun in hip hop, dog. Like, what is wrong with people having fun?
No, it just seems as if when you say this fun thing, right? So, in no way would I say that I don't want hip hop to embody fun and nothing like this, but I want to hear you. I want to hear you say something though. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear you say sounds and shit like. You know what I'm saying? Like or saying something.
They used to do the same thing in jazz. It's called scatting.
Hold on, mom's calling me.
Shout out to mom. So I think what happened is people who prefer what they prefer. So they don't know how to enjoy anything else. So it's different. I can see if he hit me and said, "You know what? I'm not into this. I'm not into this fun. This is too much fun for me. I want to be mad. I want a mad dog. My stereo when I'm listening to the music. I want to be, reflective in thought." But it's another thing to say this music is trash because you don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's so funny you say that because I think the fun stopped when they started trying to shut down hip hop in the beginning. And the police started trying to tell people how to talk and everything. I think that's when the fun stopped. I think the messages started coming in.
I think the fun has always been there.
Well, they're not showcasing it no more.
I mean,
with this
LaRussell has
right
fun
here.
now.
Who, Glasses have fun?
No, I mean, yeah, his music ain't fun hip hop, but he has a great time doing what he's doing.
No, we talk about the people.
Well, I'm just saying, like in the realm of
and gathering together and just having fun, not gathering together and holding their gats and sitting on walls and shit.
I think there's always been room for all of it, because even if you think about early '90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was the Kwame's of the world at the time.
Yeah.
He was having fun.
Yeah, that's what
Redhead Kingpin was having fun.
I call that fun.
They was all dancing and all that. And then there was the other side of things too.
MC Hammer was fun. There's tons of fun.
Yeah. But now who's fun now?
This movement that I'm talking about, the low-end music movement of Milwaukee, Detroit, the whole Michigan scene is fun. Like it's a bunch of wit. I follow Cuz. We actually did a joint. Big Cuz from Flint. He got the song with Sada Baby. He dope. He got the bars. He was just rapping Cuz with Kai Sanat. I saw it on his page. I follow him.
Oh, I know who
I
you
gotta
talking
tap in, I
about.
don't know.
I
he
just seen it
delivered
too.
mail.
I just seen
Deliver
it too.
mail.
Yeah, Cuz delivered mail. He was a postman, straight up. And now his music shit is taking off, but he hella dope. He got bars like it's fucked up. I'm Pac-Man. Yeah, BFB to Pac-Man. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I ain't hip to
his shit is fun, bro. That's what I enjoy, bro. Like I enjoy Sada Baby. It's fun. I like my hip hop fun. I do like Scarface is my favorite artist, so I love things that the message weighs you down, but I also like things that make you light as a feather, and it's just about listening and feeling good in that moment or enjoying the music. It's just when you get those people that will not understand what's happening either way. It's like it's what they like or everything else is trash.
Yeah, I try not to be. I always feel like an old head when I just Heisman Trophy all the stuff that I don't prefer. You know what I mean? Like just because I don't prefer it don't mean it's whack.
Yeah, I like all kind of different. I like great records. Long as the record is great, I could dig it. But trapping them just do not like.
bro.
You ain't gonna be agreeing.
You like a lot of bad shit too, though. We're not about to do that right now,
Tell
B.
me one thing I like bad.
You want me to really tell you? Want me to really tell everybody? Want me to tell everybody the shit you like?
Yeah, coach.
Tell me one
I'm
thing I
gonna
like.
say, I'm not the one. I'm not the two, or whatever whatever dude what he said.
No.
You sent me that. You sent me that goddamn thing.
But I wasn't sending that because I thought it was good or bad. I was sending that because
you supposed
I
to
thought
scroll
Lex,
past that. You supposed
no,
to
I
have
wasn't
scroll
scrolling
past that.
No, I thought Lex. This is how Lex wants hip hop to be. Shout out to Blake Bubba Graham. Blake Bubba Graham. Name is Bubba Graham on Instagram, and he's dancing. He's fun. Like he's just fun. Now I get it. Like to trap, he's mad because he's dancing. He's a big brother. You know, he a big old black guy, and he grooving. But I sent that to Lex because Lex be like mad at all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just enjoy people having fun.
You sat here and told me that the common man.
That's what he talking about, decent man. What I
you
like
told me
about,
decent man too. Yeah.
What I like about the
shit.
decent
I got that
man,
on my phone.
Oh,
exactly.
I got that on my phone. Bro.
Exactly.
That's my shit.
Y'all trolling,
I'm a
yo. Y'all
decent
trolling.
man from a city of demons. Niggas be scheming. Niggas be shooting. Senseless violence. It be so many reasons. Financial reasons. Mental health reasons. That's dope writing.
That's decent, man.
Hey, and the way he go into the melody right after that is fire.
Yeah.
It's fire. I gotta listen to it.
You heard his new song?
No, it is not. No, it is not. No, it is not. Dear Mama. We could talk about possibly whatever's up with him, you know, as you know, him not being the traditional looking, you know, his existence not being traditional looking. We can even talk about the fact maybe his rhythm is a little funny in pockets, but the actual writing, I'm telling Trap today, I'm like, Trap, I really like the writing. Like, I think what he's saying is substantial. It's deep.
Yo, you sent me that song trolling because it was about New York, bro. Stop the bullshit now, B. Like, come on, bro.
What's the song?
Stop the bullshit, B. You sent me
Trap,
the damn song trolling me,
on
B.
Olivia, I did not send you that song trolling.
Yeah.
Kyle Becker.
Yeah.
That's the name of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yep,
Yeah.
I got it.
I'm not trolling.
You gotta see it, like the clips of him on Instagram to make you.
I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling at all.
Okay.
I'm not trolling a little bit. I really enjoy the writing.
You heard his new song?
What's the song, bro? I gotta tap in.
Oh, it's a basketball song. It's a basketball song too, Coach. You might like this one too. You might like this one. Yeah, you gotta go check that one out. It's a basketball song.
I should add it to the pregame.
What song you talking about?
The song him and my man went crazy on him. He said he played basketball worse than a newborn baby.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look, it's not about look.
Trap, text it to me.
I'm gonna text you.
It's a moment. It's no troll though, Schwab. Like it ain't a troll. Like I just enjoy dope things. It don't got to be perfect. Sometimes it's just what it is at that moment. Like the Bubba dude, right? I thought he was grooving. I mean, I could question the lyrics, like, oh yeah, I could tell he's not an MC as much as he's a rap singer. I did not say that, Frank. I did not say this is how y'all get down over there.
Who you saying?
No, that's what Frank said.
Yo, bro, when he sent it to me, bro, he was sending it to me just straight up because on some New York. He might say like New York.
You lying. I did not say that.
Yeah, bro. If I find the message, you said something about it. They potentially tell me, yo, no, he really saying something on the song, though.
He really is saying something in the song.
He from New York?
Yeah.
And that's why Trap mad. He felt like it's a representation.
Yes. If it would have been somebody, I'd be like, yeah, he trolling dude, got a little.
You would have loved it
in the spectrum.
Not loved the song, but you would have loved the fact that the dude was from LA.
And that's what he did to me. Oh, it was him doing it. What you mean?
Trap, I don't have that thing for New York like y'all have for LA.
No, I know you don't. Though. But if you
appreciate, listen, this is what takes me back to this Kanye Drake thing. Shout out to the. I was just looking at that. Let's get to that because we already 30 minutes in and shit.
Trap be like, oh yeah, he a dude from LA that can rap.
Yeah, but Trap, if that had been, he's been from
Trap hate the West Coast.
So Tony the Dome.
They believe in y'all when y'all say that. Stop saying that, bro.
Shout out to Tony the Dome.
Look at the
smile. He said, if Drake isn't hip hop, Kanye isn't hip hop. Think about this tweet and think before you respond. Thanks.
Drake isn't hip hop.
Let me read that one more time. If Drake isn't hip hop, Kanye West isn't hip hop. Think about this tweet and think before you respond. Thanks. I have been thinking about this for the last 6-7 years.
Uh-oh.
That's how long. And Trap know I've been thinking about this. And I've been telling him that Ye is so on the line. And I get why they can say that. I get why. And I've been telling Trap this for a while. Their approach is not that far apart.
Yo, when you send me that, right? You get a chance, read the first comment on that joint. I think dude right there broke it down the best right there. And when you sent it to me, I had thought about it too. And I basically the same thing though, but the way he went about saying it though.
No, I fixed it for him. He said all rap falls under hip hop, but hip hop is not strictly rap anymore. And I corrected. I said no. All hip hop falls under rap music. But all rap music is not strictly hip hop.
Yeah.
That's what changed.
Nah, it wasn't that one. It was another.
Then he responded and he said hip hop was never strictly rap. There are other elements literally since day one. And honestly, rap is later. Rap might be the last element of hip hop. Rap is the last one.
Because of the 5 elements?
Well, if you count the 4 elements or the 5 elements or the 6 elements, with the whatever one, I'm saying the first element, and me and Shy, shout out to Rashad, DJ Shy, we had this conversation.
It's that one right there, bro. Read that one right there. You get tripped.
Shout out to Shy. Okay. Somebody says, not the same. Kanye still comes from the elements of hip hop. He grew up in the hood, understands the language and the culture. He was there. Drake grew up in Jewish culture, idolizing hip hop from outside looking in. But Kanye, not coming from the streets, opened the door. Opened the door for an artist like Drake to be accepted. Shout out to that's my homeboy. That's my young homeboy Prince Angeles.
That was it right there. That was it right there.
But that's the thing that's always tricked me with Ye. Ye is not from the hood at all. That's the only problem. Like, but Chicago is the type of city where, and this is where it gets tricky at to me. Chicago is one of them places where black people have been having money for a long time. Like, that's not normal everywhere else. You know what I mean? Like, Chicago, since Chicago been existing, black people been able to have money and exist outside of the culture that breeds, you know, what hip hop uses to artistically express. So that's why I always thought about it. But it's so hard for me to imagine a brother from Chicago not being baptized in some level of street urban culture, even the ones that's not from the hood. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard for me to believe Chicago is like one of the most militant and gangster cities together. Like, I don't know how they pull this shit off, but they are the most gangster / militant city you could ever go to in your life. Like, they will know everything about being black and will shoot you today.
So,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's Chicago is one of them type of places. So I can't imagine a world where Kanye could exist in Chicago and he's not baptized in street urban culture. So Ruffin, he's not from the hood, Ruffin.
So you agree with the comment about Kanye and Drake both not being hip-hop?
No, it's easy to see when you framework Drake. Drake is from a suburb, a Jewish Canadian suburb in Toronto, Canada. Middle upper class Jewish. You know what I mean? The culture there, he went to Jewish schools. Right? He went to Jewish schools. He grew up in this suburban upper class. Even in his, like he always said, oh, I lived in a basement. It was a nice basement. It's different. You know what I mean? And so me and Shad talk about this all the time, right? Where, okay, one thing is if Drake is in the house, his mother, cool, okay. She is not of the culture. Fair. So he was raised not in the culture. When he goes outside to play is not the culture. Right? When he goes to school, it's not the culture, right? Because it's different, right? He goes to Jewish schools. Kanye, okay. Let's say the specific part of town he didn't grow up in was not the hood. Because he's definitely not a hood kid. I don't fuck what Ruffin saying, y'all full of shit. He's not a hood. I'd talk to this nigga, not a hood kid. He didn't grow up in the hood. And his mother, right? She had a doctorate, right? She was a doctor. Okay, cool. My issue is, even if he was able to go outside of his house and right in that vicinity, which makes it hard for me to believe in Chicago, you're not going to run into some street people. No, he's not like Pac, because Pac grew up in the ghetto. It's different. Pac went to a school where they had advanced kids at the school, but even some of those kids is from the ghetto. And inside of Pac's house is the ghetto. They're not even close. They're not even remotely close. The closeness is school. That's what makes them close. School. But if there's 3 places you grew up at, inside the house, outside your front door, and at the school as a kid, the only place that like a Pac or a Drake would have in common, or like, it's different. You know what I mean? Theirs would be school, but everything else is going to be different. Kanye and Pac is different. Pac grew up in the hood, dog. Like, yes, he went to a really good school, but outside, he didn't live in that neighborhood. Inside his house was not that school. So with Ye, it's like, I can't imagine him not being. I understand. Look, I understand the south side of Chicago. I'm with you. Revenge. In our mind, I done been to Chicago. I done been to the south side. I cannot imagine a place where brothers is not baptized in street urban culture, but those places do exist.
So you're saying, like, if I understand you correctly, you're saying just because Chicago got an image of being a certain type of city, it's impossible for him to go beyond the block outside and not feel some of it.
To me, that's what I can't. That's what
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I can't refute that belief. Even when he went to school,
because just the image of the city itself is going to imprint
facts.
That on
that's
you.
In my mind.
Okay.
In my mind. In my mind, I cannot imagine a guy being from Southside Chicago. I don't give a fuck how nice his particular little patch of area was. And even inside of his house, when you go to school, you're going to start running into some of those guys.
Just the attitude and environment.
Yeah, I've been to West Side Chicago. But you're going to run into those guys. I can't imagine that. But I will say this. Their approach is not different to making records. Trap, that's the trick.
No.
I've always felt like
Drake.
I've always felt like Drake was like a blend of Kanye and Lil Wayne together.
Serious?
His style.
Yeah.
I've always felt like he first came.
I ain't give him hope. I give him more Wayne.
Kanye even moved to China or Japan, bro. Y'all gotta stop that shit, Pete. Like, that's not true.
As far as what though? What do you mean by
Not
moving
a
in?
baby Ye, bro. That's the point. Like, no, he's not. And that experience is not normal. It's not he a lame. I know lames from the hood, ruffian. A lame from the hood is completely different. Kanye not even a lame. Kanye
He
absolutely,
different. He
yeah.
different. He
Him
just
moving
different.
over there also prove he is hip hop because only niggas that's not scared to do anything, from places like that will go anywhere to live.
He didn't go anywhere to live. His mother was a fucking teacher.
Over there in
No,
China.
you talking about right now. You talking about right now. Talking about right now.
Yeah, Japan. Ain't he moved? Didn't he live over there?
He living there right now, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, but I'm not talking. I'm talking about when his parents took him over there when he was a kid. He went over there
okay.
at 13 and lived there. I don't even know
Why?
if
His mother was
I
teaching or
don't
something?
agree with this element that Kanye is this good kid that you know what I mean? That's like, oh, no. Kanye is wild, bro. And I think he was quiet, but he was always wild.
Like preacher's kids.
There you go. That's what he reminded me of.
Seriously though.
Yeah.
They're always the worst.
I'm subbing out.
Kanye, and if you listen to him, you starting to understand what he been through as a person.
Yeah.
Well, shit, you heard the songs last ones with his cousins.
I think his wildness might have came from his chemical imbalance that he had within it. You know what I'm saying? And then also,
I think that's even related to the stuff that he's doing with his time.
yeah,
like he's not no square. He fucking around. You can't be no square and be doing dope.
Facts.
he ain't doing dope, man.
Facts.
He doing whippets, shit like that. He doing other shit.
That's dope.
Ruining his brain. That ain't no dope. That should have ruined your brain. That should burn your whole brain.
It's the intent. He thinks it's dope.
Whippet is dope.
Yeah, it's the
Whippet
intent.
is not dope. Whippet is not dope. You calling everything dope, right? You person that call herb dope, right? Yeah, that weed is you calling that dope.
It was
Ain't
back
no
in the
dope.
days. They did back in the days call it dope.
They did call it dope, but it ain't dope though. When that smack came out, they know what the hell dope was.
Yeah, we changed it. You're right.
But
he definitely is doing dope.
Okay.
And he ain't just pick up no whippet.
Well, that was like his gateway.
Either, Trap.
No.
I don't like to put drugs on people unless I know for sure that they're gonna know what I'm saying. That's like going around calling everybody a crackhead. You're a crackhead. You're a crackhead. I ain't gonna just do that right there.
You got Diddy parties and stuff. Stop it, Trap.
What they mean? Diddy? I know niggas at Diddy parties that wasn't doing drugs. Last went to Diddy parties.
You in this?
I ain't never did drugs.
Last time been since you been to Diddy party?
Oh, 1 in a million.
I ain't even know
you can't be a squaring on drugs.
Oh, what'd you say, 6?
I ain't know
you can't be
parties.
You ain't know you about to judge right now.
It was popping.
Here we go. Go
it was hella festive to me.
How late did you say?
He said when the sun went down, he was out.
Everybody's talking about. I'd have a story to tell. They never invited me to that part.
Okay, let me ask this.
Man, hold on real quick. Cause we're gonna stop doing this shit though. The man that went to court and did everything. We don't know what's going on in them Diddy. Ain't nothing come out about them Diddy parties. There was some weird shit going on in them courthouse, them court cases, B. That shit's all hearsay. That shit's all hearsay, B.
It's okay to do drugs, Trap.
So why you don't do them?
That's just not my thing.
Okay.
Trap, do you do
just like you don't like fun music?
Nah, I never did
whippets or something.
Never did whippets before.
Really
never did whippets. Never did whippets. I seen people in front of me do whippets, and I'm like, nah, that ain't for me right there.
I'm not gonna lie. In real time, I shame people.
I know you do. I know you do. I know you do.
Online, though.
Yeah, right.
I don't.
Yeah.
I only shame them in private.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, damn dope head. Yeah,
if
dope
you
head.
drink too much around me, I'm probably gonna shame you.
Nigga, Al B FaceTime me right now. What's what the hell Al B talking about? Al B, what up? We on a live stream right now. What up, bro?
What's up?
We're on a live stream. What's going on?
Oh, you on live stream?
Yeah, tune in.
I will check it out.
You good?
Yeah, I was checking up on you.
All right, I'll hit you back in a minute. I'm done.
This morning about alcohol.
Alcohol?
My people was saying like they didn't look at alcohol. They never looked at alcohol as like
a drug.
Like
so they was wondering how someone they knew was having to go to like rehab because She only used alcohol for like the social part of it.
Shout out to Streeter Rich. This is a great question. I'm
Like,
sorry,
that
not to
shit's a
cut you.
drug for sure. No, you good, bro.
Yeah, I just smoke weed. That's all I do.
How is Kanye being hood even the criteria in the convo? Is Ice Cube hood? Yes. Ice Cube is from the hood. I don't know where did this rumor of Ice Cube not being from the hood like happen. I don't know what's happening.
I think maybe it could be like this because people get a misconception that if you're from the hood, you got to be in gangs.
Or
you know what I'm saying?
You only got one parent.
I think
or nobody got a job.
So
yeah,
like y'all stereotype of where we grew up at is crazy, bro.
That's real.
Yeah, it's crazy.
People subconsciously stereotype me all the time about my name.
And saying somebody is not hip hop is not shitting on them. Like, I don't get how y'all can't take away the emotions of saying somebody's not hip hop away from, oh, this person is, I'm shitting on this person. That's not what it means, bro. Like, it's not to say you're not, you know, whatever. Like, it's not a shit on somebody. I'm saying what they do is not this. like, shout out to Raekwon who just said, like, everything is not hip hop. I understand. And it's not shitting on it because it's not hip hop. Like, we're not shitting on Post Malone if I say Post Malone is not hip hop. I'm not shitting on Post Malone if I say that.
Have you seen that one video in the beginning? You agree?
Pre Malone.
Yeah, with the little shorts on and shit. You agree? That nigga is not hip hop.
Well, it's not the shorts that make you not hip hop. Again,
the whole dance and everything.
I don't know.
Let me ask you. Do you think, all right, when the microphone goes off, when the cameras go off and stuff like that, do you think Kanye speaks the language of hip hop?
Oh, good one. Like Michael Jackson.
No.
Is Michael Jackson hood street?
What you mean speak the language of hip hop?
Because he talks so softly, but then off the mic he got
Kanye
deeper
use
voice.
slang. It's Kanye.
Not just slang. It's just the whole bop that you got within the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like he does. I feel like he just
does too.
Around certain people, he's not gonna talk like
I feel like he might be a code switcher.
It's not on.
I don't know. Show me the visual where he's talking like that. I mean, I only been following him pretty much his whole career, like hella fan. Like, I used to listen to a 2-hour Kanye thing that was, I think they called it the New Testament, and they assembled a bunch of, like, this is how long I've been listening to Kanye. Like, he doesn't give code switcher. Show me when he's actually regular. Show me the version of him where he talking and you like, damn, that old Chicago nigga right there. Show me that. When
he's sitting there talking to Hove. I think he done did it in this in a, like that Zan, whatever that interview was he did. He was talking.
Shout out to Zay Vicious. Him crying and yelling at Chris. That ain't hip hop.
That was crazy. You see that new clip they got? He was going crazy in that new clip. He was having a temper tantrum. That shit was crazy.
On what?
No, see, that's what
new clip they got from a documentary.
I think Kanye is Carlton. That's so, like, a lot of people that feel like I be tripping on Drake. I know Drake is like Bob Lieberman. Shout out to my attorney. Kanye is Carlton. Like that, in my mind, he's Carlton.
Carlton's favorite. What was Carlton's favorite song? Carlton's favorite song was Janana.
Whoa,
Janana, you like this.
I like some Kanye shit.
No, Kanye favorite song was a soulful song.
That sample up, bro.
Yeah. No. But that's now we not talking about his artistic merit. He's a different animal with that.
I think Carlton is too.
Yeah, not Carlton.
Magic. It's not if an artist is from the street, they're not hip hop.
But what's around
the culture is from the street. Like the way you talk is from the street. The way you the mannerisms, the fashion, everything that makes culture is birthed from the streets. No, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying like Beverly Hills and South. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I could see his parents being like Phil is a judge and his mom being like having a doctorate. You know what I mean? Like I could see inside of his house, his mom, you know, making sure he understood how black he was, while at the same time, the goal is to keep him away from that element and then put him in position to where the element is not right outside his front door. But I just can't imagine you're gonna go somewhere in Southside Chicago as a black man where you're not gonna run into the culture itself.
I feel that.
Like, remember, like my dad talk how I talk. My dad be like, "What's up, nigga?" Right now, that nigga 74. No, that nigga 75. He be 75 this year. He be like, "What's up, nigga?"
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The first person to call me a little nigga was my mother and my father. Hey, little nigga, you out of line. I didn't even have to go outside for it. So I think that the false comparative with Drake and Kanye, I do think they approach music the same way. I think Kanye is a little bit more cognitive of black music in the way that Drake isn't as a producer. But I do think they approach music the same.
Let's get into that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah. I want to know about that
Like,
too.
for him to chop that, like Kanye is so. I've always told people that the first 3 Kanye West album is like hip hop on training wheels. To me, people that like that kind of like generic hip hop. And I know that's fucked up because niggas swear by college dropout, late registration, and graduation. But all that shit is hip hop training wheels. It's very basic. It's very fundamentally true. And where he gambled is when he started using pop songs to create his samples.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Stronger, using the Daft Punk song, Sierra Leone. When he started using that, people felt like that was risky to include white music into black shit to make music. And I just didn't. I wasn't that wild by that. Like, that's not what really put Kanye in my top 5 is those first 3 albums. I really hear that shit and feel like it's just hip hop on training wheels. Don't get me wrong, it's really good and jamming records and shit to listen to. But when he got to Beautiful Dark, Yeezus, Pablo, and Ye, I feel like he started doing something that only, like the first 3 things, I could always compare them to Homie Rest in Peace, to Dilla. I could compare him to No ID. Like, that was that style.
Q-Tip and shit like that.
Pete, I saw the style. Even if his shit was cleaner,
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then he started using those white people records to make his records. I was like, I got it. Dre did that, okay. But when he got to Yeezus, he got to Ye and Pablo, he started making something to me that was completely unique in hip-hop.
Well, you know what that was, though, right? That was that like those albums you mentioned. I think it started on My Beautiful Dark. I might have started on Graduation first. No, actually it started on Graduation, then went to 808s, and then went to Beautiful Dark. But that's when he started bringing more musicians in to build the records out more.
No, he had musicians from the first day.
No,
EP listen to me.
Get-go.
Don't argue this. I know. EP that produced Cancel These Nuts was on the first 3 records.
So what was the song that you feel like he was making? He was making them bigger. He was making them bigger like that. What you mean? Like not a bass line. I'm talking about instruments.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
He always had that. It was never like his music is not like Pete Rock where they just took a sample and they put it together. Ye shit is really scientifically done to a different measure, bro. Like, it'll be replays that he'll EQ them bitches, and them bitches sound like a sample. Like, he was way ahead as far as
when did Mike Dean join up? When did Mike Dean join up with him?
That was late. That was late.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
He'll have musicians play the remix or the sample.
Man, he was doing a lot of shit to control. Okay, like
that's crazy though. To have a live band do a sample, play the actual sample. That's
Dre
crazy.
do that. Different people do that.
Mm-hmm.
It was obvious. I think when he got to his own shit is when he started making his own thing. I think when I listened to Ye or Pablo, like Ultra Light Beam, you know what I mean? Those are songs like that don't sound like nothing I ever heard. Like, somebody will be following that later. You know what I'm saying?
I think all them shits got samples in them now.
I'm not saying they don't have samples, but it wasn't as
like looped up sample just get the hot part of the song and then like loop. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, which that shit was fire. Shout out to who just said so is Tribe Called Quest generic. They're originators.
Nah, they started it. They did it first.
Yeah, so it's different. You know what I mean? They're originators. But like, so then by the time Ye comes, it's like I've been hearing it now for 10, 15 years. But the shit on Yeezus, The shit on Pablo, Darkness and Fendi, it's shit there that's like, damn, this is really different. You know what I'm saying? It was really different.
Can you see EP's influence on the first three?
Yeah.
Okay.
So EP was there throughout the first 3 albums.
It was a lot. It was a few musicians. Listen,
Fact.
he didn't really gamble on the first 3 records. The closest gamble would have been him sampling pop records to make his records. But then I think Drake even went through that when he did Next Episode. You know what I mean? To use that classical song to make that song, to make next episode, to use that classical, that pure song like that. And so I think the first 3 albums, and this is my opinion, I think the first 3 albums, I always say this, I think they were safe. There wasn't really no gamble. Like the closest gamble he had was, like I said, either trying to make a song about Jesus that he felt like was a gamble, and then he made the whole song about the fact that he made a song about Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to play my record because I made a song about Jesus, so everybody felt pressure to make your record. And then like the pop samples, Daft Punk, and all that fire shit he was using to make Stronger. But that second half run, that post 2010, that's to me when he was like when I listen to 530 right now, I never heard nothing that sound like that.
Yeah.
Like it's this minimalist thing that he does as a record maker, bro. That's like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, how the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, and it's all so thick. Pause. You know what I'm saying? It's all so like it'll be something so fucking simple, baby. Or the piano chimes, the width of the sonic. Like, how the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, that's how dope he had became as a producer. You know what I mean? As a record maker. And I think what separates him and Drake is, and it's not necessarily him and Drake, I think it's what separates him and 40. You could tell his heart and soul is into everything. Even the shit that he's doing, like, you know what I mean? Like Yeezus and all, his heart and soul is into it. And more than anything, it just comes across a bit more authentic.
You don't think Drake's heart and soul is in it?
No.
Drake's an actor. He's a really good actor.
I think he just captures whatever the idea of that song is.
So then,
John Six get it.
Heart and soul to be in hip hop.
Well, I think this is where something Trap says to me that I don't think I think I was spoiled by it. Like I always say, trapping them is spoiled by culture. I think West Coast people are spoiled by authenticity. Okay. We so used to everything. You have to be real if you saying some shit around here, or they gonna pull your car right off the rip. Like, glad you. I'm like, bro, I'm already on everything way past whatever y'all could think. I'm gonna go everywhere, and I'm already looking to make I'm already looking to demonstrate on somebody. Like, there's not a place I'm going. It's the reason I won't wear Crocs or sandals. I'm looking to demonstrate. I'm looking to prove the point. That's LA, you know what I mean? A real LA nigga 6 is always looking to prove a point. Oh, you niggas think, you niggas did, you know, what you saying? That's some LA shit to even say. What you saying? Nigga might not even say nothing that was out of line, but what you saying says I'm ready to challenge what you saying.
That's real.
So it's like,
I definitely got a couple pair of Crocs though. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, but I won't wear Crocs because I'm still as
I'm
an adult.
old. I fight without the shoes. I fight with no shoes on growing up. I
won't wear Crocs at all because I'm still trying to prove a point.
Still demonstrate.
You ain't stepping on my shoelaces and shoot. No, you step on my buns.
I put my shit right in sports mode and going into somebody. You crazy? Snap right into sports mode real quick.
Sports mode.
Get it straight.
You know what that mean? That's another. What that mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think authenticity kind of it lends to Trap's point. Hip hop being authentic, and I think that's where him and Drake separates too. I think Kanye authentically is into the idea. He's not just creating an idea and then fulfilling the idea. Like, he would never make a song talk about spinning nobody block because he know he not spinning nobody block. You know what I'm saying? Drake will go with the idea. He'll completely go as a record maker. It could be a song talking about murdering 30 people. He's not going to artistically flip it and make it his. He's going to make it about murdering 30 people, hurting 30 people. You know what I'm saying? Versus Kanye, he's going to do some complete opposite shit. You feel me? And, you know, he's going to stay authentic. Like, he even, like, Kanye will be like somebody told me Kanye in this at the lunch table. Shout out to the table. They said Kanye is lame. Kanye will be lame on a song.
On somebody else's song or on his song? Glasses.
He'll do it on his own songs.
From this point on,
Kanye just authentic. That's what works for him. You know what I mean? Like the thing that Trap talks about the most, and he's right. The more I really have to think about why was he in my top 5 for this time, and it's like really his authenticity is like shit, probably unrivaled.
So he's always been okay with being lame.
I don't think he's lame.
It's not lame. It's himself. It's
I
himself.
don't think he's a lame person.
Yeah, I just feel like he just who he is, and he just always been comfortable.
I always thought
that.
he was a square. Like, oh, that's a square nigga.
And he's not no goddamn square. That's another thing. Like, if
That's
you
what I
doing
always
drugs,
thought.
you not no square.
That's crazy. That's a
From
crazy
his logic
combo.
Trap, he right though. I'm just saying when I was,
So
in the
squares
beginning,
don't do
he
drugs.
was a square.
No, you cannot be like halfway. There's no such things as halfway crooks.
From his logic, Trap, he gonna make it sound right, but I always thought he was a square.
So a person who gets peer pressure into doing drugs, are they a square?
But they're breaking the law, so they can't really be.
Don't do that peer
squares.
pressure. Don't do that peer because people get peer pressure in the
See
crib
what
and the
he's
blood.
saying?
You wouldn't say they're square.
All right.
If they're breaking the laws, they can't be square. Trap.
If
Just
you
that
breaking
simple.
laws, I always told y'all you got to stick to the code if you breaking the laws.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not. Yeah, no. I don't think he's a square at all. I think he's flat out crazy.
I don't think he's a square either, though. But to say that he does drugs that makes him not be a square just sounds crazy.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
So what is a square? Okay. So maybe we redefine square.
This concept,
yeah.
though.
Maybe we redefine
the law. You
What
can't.
are you saying? What are you saying?
is a
Because
square,
you,
y'all?
but a square is a person that don't fit into my circle. First off, right there. Then the second one is a square is a person that they just lame, bro. They just lame. Like their whole characteristics and everything about them is just not. It's just lame. Be the whole mind state. It's a mind state
like,
too,
from
though.
my standpoint, a square bear just always been somebody who just didn't do nothing wrong.
So doing drugs is wrong.
There it is.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm just saying, like, just
can a
because
D-boy be a square then? I can sell dope and I'm just, but I'm square.
Yeah.
Everything will be good.
You got some square ass D-boys.
A square was a nerd when I was growing up.
Yeah, facts. That's what I'm
You
saying.
know what I'm
like
saying?
that.
You was a nerd.
But I feel like
the
nerds
same
do
square.
drugs too.
Well, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. A square to me is somebody who doesn't do anything wrong. They're L7. They are straight lace, straight edge, straight line. If you doing drugs, you not no damn square.
So you could start off as a square and then start doing. You could crash out to
graduate
crash
to a
out,
nerd.
start doing drugs. What are you then?
You
a nerd.
No, you not. If you doing drugs, you are not a square.
You're an
if
addict.
you doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, if you're not straight laced, it's not a straight line. Remember, it's an L7.
No, I feel that. I feel
it's
that.
square,
Yeah.
like it's straight. If you doing drugs, you ain't no damn square.
No, my question is, if you came up being a square, and then you got, for whatever reason, you jumped on the train, took a hit of that dope. What are you then? What have you become? You're not a square anymore. Now you're doing drugs. What are you?
Criminal.
I mean, but that's like people thinking you can't tell. That's like people thinking you're not a part of the street. You're not a part of the streets if you doing drugs. If you buying drugs illegally.
No, that's straight street. You buying drugs illegally.
You held to the
straight
same
street.
standard. Somebody would unalive you if you tell the police. Like you can't go tell on me and then you gonna go over there to my homie Keno in the PJs after you told on me and he gonna sell you nothing. He gonna probably do something to you.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think people are just using these. I think it's so many people using these words out of context because they heard them and don't. It's like the term.
So let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you this. So you don't feel like you could possibly do one thing that's not being a square, but then you could still, but you're still basically a square though. But you might just do this one thing though. You know what I'm saying? Like that makes you, huh? You don't think so? Yeah, rap exactly.
You can
rap
rap.
and be a square.
That's what I'm saying. You can rap. And still
Exactly. So what's the difference then? What's the difference between doing drugs and being a square still?
It's not against societal rules. That I agree, Lil Bitty. I thought a square is someone who follows all societal rules.
No, you ain't gotta follow everything.
Nigga, then you not a square.
So if you drink liquor, you're not a square.
If you drink liquor and then you do things inappropriately with any level of consistency, then you're not a square. Like you can't be abusing your old lady at home and you're not a square.
So you telling me a person can't smoke weed and still be a square?
Hell no.
Y'all bugging right now.
People back in the day, they used to tell people back in the day, smoke this weed, don't be a square.
Yeah, be cool.
Yeah, but you just said peer pressure. You just said that's peer pressure though.
Most people
if you fall for peer pressure, you're a square.
Smoking weed ain't always peer pressure. My mom had it as a medication when I was young. She wouldn't send us to the hospital. She'd give us a joint to smoke and shit.
Wait, she had y'all gave it to y'all as
I was
medication.
like 5, 6, 7. When I busted my eye in 5th grade, she gave me.
You was smoking bud when you were 7 years old? Oh, you got me beat.
Go to the
hospital.
You remember back like when babies, they used to rub the liquor on the baby's lips?
Yeah, all that.
In her mouth and shit to make
it the teeth for the teeth and shit.
Yeah, teeth.
Yeah. But I never heard about that with weed though.
Yeah, me neither.
It's always medicine in my family.
Yeah, that's
Look, I think I can agree with Kanye being lame. I can't agree with Kanye being square.
You might have
but not
6. He might have that 6. He might have that right there then.
Huh?
He might have that. He might have that right there then.
What?
He's lame, but he's not a square though.
I feel okay.
I can go with that. I kind of go with that.
I agree with you, Glasses.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that often.
It's not none of that. I hate when y'all do that. Why do y'all make it the person that everybody should disagree with Glasses?
No, Trap usually don't.
He does that all the time. They always point somebody. Why? What's me? Why is it me?
Well, okay. Since we're gonna say why it's you, how come you're not on the voting list of why we late? Why is it just us?
Because I wrote the damn list.
Why is it just us three, Trap?
Because I wrote the list.
And Trap you're the reason why, according to the poll.
Yeah,
everything.
You said because I wrote the list.
Don't change who you are. I don't know.
God damn it!
Break that down. Super chat that rough. Tell me what you mean further. Lanes do everything real ones do. I don't know if that's true. They wouldn't probably be lame.
Yeah, I think that I kind of understand that one.
Being a stand-up man, you could be considered square. A square is a person with a lack of knowledge who acts, pretends he knows the situation. He's never. That is not what a damn square. Y'all got to stop gentrifying these terms, man. Come on, Sean. You can't gentrify this shit. I hate y'all gentrifying this shit. Y'all to start trying to gentrify these terms. These terms been around for years and years, and y'all gentrify them and start making up some shit. You just insulting somebody. That's like what black people did with the term ignorant.
Yeah. What's the term green? What's the term green mean?
Like you don't know. Like you fresh.
Yeah,
like
you don't know nothing.
Okay.
But
I mean, I don't know. It might mean something different now.
But I'm saying though, they thinking square, because of the way the street looks at square.
Yeah, like it's an insult.
Yeah, it's not bad to be a square. But they looking like it is because the street looks at a square.
But that's because it's a bunch of people now using these terms like gang. Like they water down these terms. Nigga be, hey, some gang. Where you from? Like if a nigga ever said that to me in real life, gang, like some gang. Hey, cuz, where you from?
A square,
gang. Don't call me gang, then, bro.
A square can get a pass walking through the
gang,
hood.
nigga. You not.
You know that real square could get a pass walking through my hood.
You know what term they're using now though?
What?
What's that?
Weirdo.
Yo, I heard weirdo was really upon.
Yeah,
I heard weirdo was like one of the things in California. Like we call somebody a weirdo.
Oh, it's getting wicked,
ain't
bro.
that like
it's wicked.
They call the creep too? Like all that shit.
Weirdo is like
weirdo is the ultimate.
Is it?
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Shout out to T Royal. Square is the literal opposite of bad. Exactly. Square is like you straight lace. Everything is on point. You straight line. You ain't breaking no rules. Straight line. If you drinking and driving all the time, if you buying weed off the street, if you doing all of that, then you're not on that straight line. That's what a square is. Like gangbanging, people used to call me a square. My homies used to say, "Gee, you a square."
Because you didn't drink.
Because I didn't drink or smoke.
But you gangbanged though.
I was getting good grades and shit. That shit was over.
But you was a gang member though, so that square should
that
go out the
don't
window
matter.
though.
Like, if you not breaking the rule, this is when I was younger. When I started fucking up, it was different. But I'm saying because I didn't want to smoke it, like homie be like, oh man, geez, hit this blunt. And I'm like, nah, you square. That was a thing that was the response.
That was the peer pressure right there, Trap.
Yeah.
No, square don't mean you're not a member of a gang. Okay, I got it. I get it. I see what's wrong. Y'all been listening to the damn internet too long. It's like when people say civilian. Like y'all keep thinking what a civilian is. A civilian does not just mean you're not a member of a gang. A civilian means you're not a participant in street justice and street life. You're not a civilian if you buy drugs. If you're a crackhead, you do heroin, you're doing whippets, you are not a civilian.
Slit whippets.
You're not.
What was the new day drug?
I see what's wrong. Somebody been lying, and y'all ain't been listening to y'all rap songs. Somebody been lying, or the rap song been lying. Somebody lying. Listen, a civilian is somebody. It's not just a person. It's not like, I know in the real term it's somebody not in the military, but that don't mean the same on the street level. If you selling dope and me and you get into it and I'm a crip, feel me, you ain't no civilian. You not finna get treated as such. You finna get treated like you a homie, period. You with the same dumb shit. Because you a criminal. You can't be a criminal and a civilian. You can't do that. But to the Ye and Drake comparison, I just think I can hear the ideas, and I get it, but I think Drake is, I don't even think Drake is lame. I think Drake is just like a regular Jewish man. And I think most of y'all never really met a regular Jewish man. Like Drake is like Jerry Heller.
That's all I was just about to say. That's always my comparison.
And I get it because he's black. So you can't imagine, especially if you were born and bred in America, you can't imagine a black man being like that. But you got to understand, being in Canada and being in the neighborhood he grew up could mean he has no seasoning on him. None. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, no seasoning. None. Kanye got some seasoning. More. But I do blame Kanye for Drake.
What you mean by that?
The kind of music, I guess, opened up the door.
Shout out to Sean Benton. I'm not disagreeing. That's what you call a non-member, but you wouldn't call a D-boy a civilian if he a non-member. Damn, you're kind of racist. So you're saying black Jewish is different than white Jewish. First off,
that's crazy.
He's not a black Jewish person.
No.
That's not what that means. I don't know black Jewish people. Like,
I
if you're
do.
black, you could be a Jew, but you're not going to be a black Jewish person. That's just odd. Jewish is a culture. It's how you grow up. It's how you live your life. It's everything. It's a people. It's not like, I get it. Like, to us, it's just a religion, but really these people live their whole life that way. That's how they live. Everything about their existence is that.
They got their own schools. They got
everything, man. They
all
got
to
a
themselves.
whole life. They got special food that they eat.
Yeah.
They be like, man, this right here is special. They got their own, like, it's a people.
Yeah, they keep it tight.
So it's like, it's different. Like, it's hard to be black Jewish. That's a very odd thing. It's not, I would imagine it's not impossible. I'm just saying that's not.
Amari Stoudemire Jewish.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's not what he is.
But the black part throws off the Jewish part.
Lex, your son would never say he's Jewish. He would be a Jew. He say, I'm a Jew.
I don't know if that's true.
I'm telling you.
I don't know too many. If I even know one though, if I know a black Jewish person, I don't know. I gotta look into it. I know a lot of Jewish people.
Black, I'm a Jew. I think somebody said that the ish. T. Royal said ish is the difference. Like, I never heard many black people refer to them. Maybe people like later, like Russell Simmons. I think he said that or something. I don't know. But I'm saying that's not his shit. And Kanye is different. Kanye There are some real questionable things, man. There are some questionable things. Some real different things. But I do think Kanye became the end of what hip hop was. I think when they did that bullshit ass marketing campaign where they pit him against 50 Cent, that was the beginning of the end.
No, I don't agree with that.
I know.
I don't, because the reason why I'm saying is that because it might have. I don't think it was the beginning of the end. I think it opened the doors to include. You know what I'm saying, to include people into it that, you know what I'm saying, that had a voice that needed to be heard though too. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just the person that was in poverty, but that was a square though, but still living in a poverty. Not I'm saying poverty life. What did it happen with before that? Tribe Called Quest.
I mean, sure, all of them.
That's the tree that he came from though. He came from that tree. Yes, he did.
You knew that was a lie.
Hey, Trap.
Goddamn, well, he's not no backpack rapper.
No, I'm not saying backpack. Just the way he delivered his songs and his messages in the songs.
Hey, Trap.
It was like that. What's up, bro?
Black Jew people call themselves Israelites and Hebrews. And
I thought about that too when you were saying that though. I thought about the Israelites.
Jewish. They use those other terms.
But Amaya Stoudemire is Jewish though.
You know,
I'm not Jewish, but he uses
the other name.
But I think when you Jewish, doesn't that mean like you join a religion?
Yeah.
Because of the way they run that all the way back to Judaism and all the way back to the beginning, they kind of, cloud up the understanding of being a Jew, just like they do with Christianity with Jesus.
Well, so you out of that one? So you out of that one right there, 6?
Practicing.
So you out of that one?
Yeah,
I'm trying to get one. I'm trying to get one out of Coach, but Coach is staying.
I just subbed out.
Yeah, he subbed out. I'm trying to get him to sub back in.
I'm looking over the plays right now when I go back in the game.
Why would you do that? Like, why would you see if he's trying to say, like, let me just ruin his life? That's how you know King is not a square.
No, King is a villain.
Yeah,
public enemy number
Although
one.
Trap did win the poll of whose fault it was.
Yeah, Trap won.
Which one? On what?
Paul, it's your fault we was late.
Oh, no, man.
You look too? Yeah, that's what I said.
Nothing my fault. Not this time.
The catch is, hold on. So the catch is, I don't know. This is a good place to pivot. It's like this concept that I keep hearing about Payola. And I thought this would be a good time to talk about Payola. So first off, what you think of Payola is not real. As somebody who's worked records, been a part of major labels working records, did the homework on working records, the version of Payola you think is real is not true.
Or don't exist now, or they used to exist in the past.
It's virtually impossible to exist. Like maybe in the 50s or 60s, but
because that's where I grew up on, like the Payolas back when it was just radio stations and stuff. There was no internet and stuff like that, and people used to say that they used to
Hold the bus. Why the hell Glass's name is not on this damn poll list, yo? What the hell? Yeah, man.
We done talked about that 10 minutes ago, Trap.
I didn't know what y'all was talking about just now. That was crazy.
That's funny. Yeah, man. In my experience,
that's what I'm saying, Sean.
As far as having a regional buzz and stuff, I had a lot of records on the radio out here back in the day. We wasn't paying.
Look,
the DJs was really rocking with us.
Okay, listen. I've said this, I'll say it again. Maybe it's possible if you in Backwater, Alabama, whatever town that would be, if it was a place. Even the concept of bots, let's really get into this, right? Let's talk about radio. If you're in Backwater, Alabama, where the radio station is covering 40,000 people, Payola is possible, right? Because that station may not be making a bunch of money off advertisement, so whatever they play is what they play, and that's cool. Once you get to any major market, I didn't even like when Flex said it. Flex is a fucking lie.
What did he say?
And he was saying that, this person paid and this person didn't pay. Flex full of shit. What it would cost to break a record in New York, if you had a record and you wanted to pay for it to work, in New York radio, Hot 90, Hot 97 or Power 105, bro, it would, I don't even know how much money it would cost you because they would have to consider the fact that your record may not work. So then, like when they test it, they got to consider all of the advertisement money they're gonna lose from playing this record that people is changing the station from. Because that's how you judge it, right? You judge it by how a record tests. They test records that they add to rotation. Bro, I don't even want to know how much money they would lose if they lose a time slot.
Yeah.
It's not
tricky.
about this. This is not New York politics. This is just radio politics. Like this is the same in Los Angeles. Like New York is the number one market. Los Angeles is the number two market. The same money they make off advertisement is the same money they make. Like you can't pay Power 106. Bro, they would have to consider losing millions of dollars because they're playing a record that's not working.
Real spill.
They would have to pay millions because they're going to lose tons of money in advertisement. Every time you play a record that doesn't test well and people change the channel, that one person can represent 100,000 people. Like it's way crazier, man. Even the concept of bots, right? Even the concept of bots, dog. Like people talking about the Cardi B thing, right? Cardi B still only sold 100 to 150,000 records. Her certing is a different conversation. You get what I'm saying?
Before you move further, before you move on that, I think that I think Payola's done a little bit different nowadays. I think Payola, it done went from the radio to the. I mean, I'm not saying I know we got people that's there, but I think this playlisting thing right now, like on Spotify and shit like that, is like the new form of Payola though. Now,
but I mean, is it Payola if you okay? Payola was different in its inception, right? Because you put a song on the radio and it'll get exposed to millions and millions of people. Are we saying Payola is paying to be on a playlist?
Yeah.
Yeah, people are
that's
paying
what
for playlist stuff.
morphine now?
Yeah.
They've been doing it for some years now.
But ain't
I
that
think that's
like
what it is. That's what it is now.
your stuff?
What you say?
Hold it.
They're playing. They're taking that approach of paying for playlists, as it pertains to like your song is gonna be on all of these different playlists. Therefore, it's gonna have a lot more streams.
But that's not illegal,
Yeah.
so it shouldn't be Payola.
Well, yeah, I guess because using the term Payola.
Streams.
But even if you're boosting the streams, you still lack an audience.
No, definitely.
Like the Cardi B play, right? Specifically where they added those two songs, so they were able to cert platinum.
Mm-hmm.
That don't help the sales. Remember, a recertification is not necessarily in today's climate an indication of how much a record sold. It was never truly the truest indication. You could cert platinum and you ain't actually moved. It's 1 million shipped.
Huh? How does that work?
Because you could ship the records and they know
Ship
the record.
it, yeah.
Eventually.
Yes. And they assert you platinum.
So it says is how many records you produce or make and
Ship
ship out.
Ship.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So how do they gauge the predictions right now though? You feel like
streaming. They're gonna look at
so it's like to see how many you get in the first 2 days.
Streaming, they're gonna see the curve. That's why it take 2 or 3 days.
And they already certified her album?
Yeah, because she had the she put the I think it was the up song, the WAP song, and she put the up song on the album too. So like the WAP song was already like through the roof. The WAP song so crazy already.
Those numbers now become
so those numbers go onto the album.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
So remember,
that's what made hold on. That's what made what Kendrick did so dope.
Sure, because
Kendrick could have did the same thing. He didn't choose to do it. It still went crazy.
Right? 1.5 billion streams is platinum in America. So if you have 1.5 billion streams in America, you're certed platinum.
Across all streaming platforms or just one? Like who determines that one?
It all come together.
Okay.
So 1.5 billion streams is platinum on an album. 150 million streams, and this is American numbers, not you. It can't be numbers from nowhere else. So 150 million is platinum on a single, and 1.5 million, if I remember correctly, is platinum on an album, 10 songs. So she added those songs that give her a cert, but that still won't count to the 7-day stream.
Yeah, there's a 7-day stream,
like with Craig Williams.
First week streams.
That won't count.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like if she did 100,000 streams now, and I think she did 100,000 album sales, right? So you start to talk about 150 equals one sale. So you might be talking about, 150 million streams total.
But that might not make it the whole week. It might make it one day, but not the whole week numbers.
Yeah, do y'all get what I'm saying at this point?
I understand.
Because they said they lost. So it's like 1.5 billion streams on an album. It don't matter if you have 10 or 20 songs. If you tally,
you
tally at 1.5 billion streams, American streams, that's a platinum. That's platinum. That's the equivalent of a platinum certification with Rhea.
And she could bring a million just from the WAP song.
She brought in 1.5
from the
1.7 between WAP and Up.
Wow. And it can't. Wow, that's crazy.
So she was certed platinum for the album in the first day. But the actual album sales
might not chart. Might not chart.
It's not.
No, it's going to chart. It's going to be. She's already estimated to do 100 to 125,000 first week sales.
But that's an estimation, though.
But that's 150 million streams total. So they're not counting the 1.5, 1.7 billion streams into the first 7 days because they know that was before the 7 days.
5 years.
Now,
ago.
if she streams well with this week, then they could push it there.
Okay.
But they're saying she streamed 150 million streams on her album in America.
And that's not true.
No, it's true.
Album. That's from the old songs, though.
That's 1.5 billion. So you get it. There's a 7-day tally, right? There's a 7-day tally, which is your first week sales or your first week streams. And then there's the overall certification of an album.
Yeah, that's just confusing.
It's really simple.
Sense. Okay.
I ain't even heard the album.
So is that what they say? Like when they do it that way, is when they talk about debut your album at the charts debut. So
it's still gonna come into it's still gonna come into the 7-day number.
That's what I'm saying. It's not based off the 7 day. It's not gonna come to
the certification.
Okay, so that's all I wanted to know. The 7 day.
It's not gonna come to the certification.
Okay.
Cert is to say this is the tally, blah blah blah. But then there's the certification of the 7 songs.
Yeah, that's all I want to know. Like when they say the rankings, like, hey, this came out number 1 on the charts.
It's not even a case of false advertisement. Look, it's really
smart.
it's just advertisement. It's not false. It's just advertisement. And then your ignorance kind of guides you to do the rest. It's not the definition of payola, dog. It's not that, bro. Like, look, payola is when you pay for radio play.
Okay, here's my question. Why they're saying payola lately is because that's the way they feel that Drake is trying to sue about payola with the Universal. Is that why payola is people saying that now?
I mean,
I don't know.
Because like, what is Drake suing for? Because people first were saying like, because they're doing bots and all that stuff, and that was like payola. So is that where they're confusing the payola at now because of the lawsuit what Drake is doing?
I mean, no, people have always had an intrigue with payola. But if like people that know, like it's people in the business know what they like, you can't pay for that.
Yeah.
Like if we had $10 million right now, bro, we couldn't go make a record play and be number 1. Like it would take like years. You'd have to set up a record in a complete because you just couldn't do it. Like the business is not set up that way. Maybe years ago you could have had $10 million and you could have maybe put a mark in the business, but with $10 million, you better off running advertisements with on Instagram and TikTok. Remember all this stuff is just advertisement. Radio play is just advertising something for sale. Sometimes we get caught up in that. We treat the advertisement like the achievement. Oh, this person has the number 1 song played at radio. How many records did he sell? What is his concert? Is it 200,000 people at his concert? Is he in an arena stadium? Like what's happening? You get what I'm saying, Six? So I think we spent too much time really trying to It's like when you get a record deal. People celebrate getting a record deal. And it's like, no, that means now you have an opportunity for them to market a hit record for you.
And debt.
With your money, though.
And debt.
They're like, here's your money. We're going to use it to market you.
I think the
Gonna use it to take you to dinner.
All that.
Yeah. And they definitely know stuff like that. But I think the payola might go more to like
There
the
is
mix
no-
show
there
DJs,
is
the
no
mix
real-
show DJs and shit like that.
That's the closest you could come to.
Yeah.
That is the some dude that got an hour a day in the mix.
Yeah.
Get you that 1 or 2 spins.
Yeah.
Maybe you
You're
can
not
get,
breaking it to hot 5 at 5. You're not breaking it to that with the payola. You're not
hell
gonna do
no.
that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And you're not getting in a rotation with payola.
Yeah.
You already have to be super established. It just don't make no sense.
Yeah. But
I got a
Six,
question.
I heard you say that.
Hey, can DJs just play anything they want at any time?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Mix show DJ, I could do it.
Any
Mix show.
shift. Don't have to be
Nah,
mixed show,
program
just regular
director.
shifts.
Program director.
No. Somebody programming whoever programming the station.
Yeah.
Okay, so DJs can't even sneak nothing in if it's already
Nah.
programmed.
They might get 1 or 2 songs, 3 songs.
Okay.
Like a mix show DJ could.
I'm talking about like the regular morning shows and stuff like that.
No.
That's the hardest place in the world to get played
Yeah.
at.
Okay.
Driving to work.
Yeah, that
Nah,
kind of
that-
show.
nah,
That's the
Awesome.
biggest audience.
Yep.
Okay.
Driving to and from work.
And so a DJ on a show like that has to run everything past somebody before
Yeah, the
they
program
introduce any
director-
music or anything they have.
The PD is
Okay.
in charge of that. Shout out to Demiza. He was the GOAT back in the day.
It's just
The Mizza been getting glasses mad lately, man.
For
Don't
real.
mention the Mizza.
but the Miz know his shit, but he also out of personal vendetta against the people too.
Yo, so
Tuesday's episode. of
Yeah, trust me.
Miz gonna pop here.
yo, so I heard you say you ain't listened to the album yet, Six?
Cardi B?
Yeah.
No.
Glass, you listen to it?
I
No,
heard
none of y'all listen to it.
As soon as I heard that the first joint, I was like,
Trap.
What's
I don't pay-
outside
Trap.
or imaginary player?
no,
I don't
can't
pay
do
for
it.
music, Trap. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
know
one of
you-
them niggas that don't pay.
I thought I wasn't even gonna ask you. I thought you definitely for sure listen to it, King. But my bad.
I don't pay
He
for
said
no
King got the
music.
posters. Hey,
Yeah.
nah, when I heard imaginary players, I was just like,
You ain't like that?
nah.
Nah, you can't. You know what's crazy though? Like I've heard people say, yo, I don't know
I
why
heard
she
nothing
would
but
have.
great things about the album.
Yeah, yo, the album's crazy, man. It's
Is it?
dope. I ain't gonna hold you. It was dope. Production wise, it's really
My boy is a big part of the shout out to Lil Ronnie. He do a lot of the stuff.
It's dope. It's dope, bro.
That's
It's
funny,
real
Craig.
dope.
We just had a conversation about that. I'm glad you said
What's that?
Hold
What you
on,
say?
Let me look at the playlist.
find that.
Nah, it's dope, bro.
Yeah, we ain't got no super chats.
We only got 8 super chats.
It's Monday.
What the hell?
Somebody asked, was Cardi B a part of the culture? We just had this conversation.
Yeah, man. I don't know why y'all keep asking that question for, man.
It was a good conversation.
Man, even where did even? I'm glad I wasn't in the room when y'all did that shit. Because everybody kept coming to me talking about, yo, Trap, what was y'all doing ADHD? Talking about it was Cardi B part of the culture. I'm like, man, I don't know what the hell they talking about, man.
I think we need to have these conversations though.
Really? On Cardi B being part of the culture?
Yeah. Trill, they were making some really good points because she's not an authentic.
No. Yo, bro, one of his points was she's not part of the culture because when she raps, she got a Dominican accent.
Damn, it's a lot of songs in the album.
22 songs.
Yeah, but what about the way she
23,
was raised and
22
where she from?
Bro, Cardi B was part of the culture when she was stripping at Perfections back in the early 2000s, bro. She was part of the culture, bro.
Everybody
You know what I'm saying?
that's just part of the culture.
Huh?
I think
I'm
so.
talking about I'm not talking about her stripping. I'm talking about just the way she was coming across. When we was sitting there talking to her, chopping it up with her, she was from the hood. She was street urban culture. It wasn't about her stripping. It was a street urban. It was the way she came across, the way she talked, the way she dressed, the way she moved. You know what I'm saying? Her whole body language, everything was all street urban culture.
I mean, we was able to articulate why she was, but he wasn't saying anything crazy. Like it shouldn't be nothing wrong with us challenging the thought of who is and what is not. I think we do need more thoughts of it. I didn't get offended. I was able to articulate exactly how she was hip hop. But it was great to listen to his thoughts.
But why wouldn't she be? What was his thoughts on how she wouldn't be?
Because her whole rap career is manufactured.
So he's just basing it off the rap career.
Well, because other than that, she would have nothing else elemental about this.
I know, because she still be growing up in it though.
Yeah.
And still be from it, but not representing it on a major, level.
It's gonna sound crazy, but all y'all niggas ain't just in just because you listen to rap songs. And if you ain't artistically expressing yourself, then you probably not necessarily that. I mean, it is something reserved for the artist. I know niggas just want in. Like I know I hang out with the doctor, and I'm like, I'm a doctor too, but I watch him do surgeries all the time. I'm a doctor. It's definitely lacking a reverence about what it is. It's lacking a reverence. And to Trill's point and to Lex's point, her rap career is manufactured.
Okay.
But like I told them, because what she's doing is culturally authentic, right? Even if she's a bad rapper, she's still hip hop at that point.
Because there's some bad rappers in hip hop.
It's bad doctors, it's bad mechanics, it's bad barbers, and they still be barbers.
Oh yeah. Some bad rappers in hip hop.
King Rudigo says, shouldn't even be a question. This how you know she culture. As a West Coast nigga, she's what I see when I think of New York hood chick. That's culture. No, that means you're a fucking bigot, King. Fucking prejudice, bro. That was not
from the Bronx, though. She's from the Bronx, though.
Like when I think of a New York chick, I think of Cardi B. You ain't never been in New York if that's what you think.
For real.
That's no. I think that we have a different depiction.
That's not necessarily what you think.
We have a different. I think each woman in hip hop that we look at. So Nicki looks like a Queens girl. The Bronx look like Cardi B. Brooklyn would look like Foxy Brown, Little Kim, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or Lola Brooke, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I think we got a representation of what a woman from hip hop, you know what I'm saying, from New York looks like with the hip hop.
Manhattan don't have hip hop.
Harlem is like you got Harlem girls like Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor is like a Harlem girl. She did a depiction of a Harlem girl. Manhattan.
Harlem. I mean, you said that's Manhattan.
Yeah, Harlem. Tiana Taylor. That's what. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. We don't got Staten Island though. Staten Island, we left them out.
Like
we left them out.
They don't get one. We don't got no girl from Staten Island yet.
Right.
But what I'm saying is like, I know it was a good conversation. Like, I think it's important that we really start protecting hip hop. Like, we got a lot of. I wanted to tell you this earlier, Trap. Like, how long was rock on top? Think about it, Six. This is a good question for you too, because you here. Think about it. How long was rock the pop genre of the world? Like when it took over and became the number one, genre.
That's a good question.
When did rock become the number one genre? When did it move? Let's say, what would have been number one in the 50s and 60s on rock?
I'm about to say it had to be before my time, though.
Yeah, I was going to say before my time. Elvis era.
That's a tricky question because rock fragmented it into different genres of rock, soft rock, hard rock. It fragmented, so that's kind of.
I'm saying when it was the number one, when a rock song come out, when most likely the number one song on the Billboard
pre-80s
was going to be a rock song. I think hip hop, as for people thinking
60s, 70s, probably.
Yeah, I think for people thinking it was going to be a fad, like disco, like because remember a lot of people that came into hip hop, they were disco kids and people that grew up listening to disco. So it's like a lot of people thought hip hop was going to be disco, and for hip hop to get, when it comes to record, roughly a 50-year run. Right now they talking about how it's struggling to pop on the charts, which is more or less a reflection of what radio wants to play to keep their audience engaged.
But that's worldwide, right?
Yeah, that was global.
Yeah, that's global.
But that was kind of still bugged out though. You seen that number though, right?
Yeah, I seen it.
Shout out to Yato D God. I've always had this thought, Yato, disco killed funk. I thought disco was white people funk or uncultured people's funk.
Oh, I didn't think about that after all these years.
If you think about it, it's really built on top of the bass guitar, where the bass guitar is prominent, but they got a million other things going on top of it versus the bass guitar. I probably wouldn't say that because remember, the funk was never popular.
So disco's the crossover from funk.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember James
sense.
Brown was
No, that makes
funky
sense. That's what
in
I'm
the
saying. It makes
60s,
sense.
right?
Donna
But it
Summer and
wasn't
the
a
guys
bunch
started
of
crossing over to disco.
yeah.
So it makes sense. Okay, I see what you're saying. I
You know
never
what I'm
thought
saying?
about
Like
it that
at
way.
least, and I can't say I'm sure, but I'm saying when I think about it, that's what I think of.
No, I agree with you. You know.
That's a good point. I never thought about that either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I never really thought about that, but that makes sense.
And they was about to do the same thing with hip hop as they started bringing more artists that look like Aubrey into the culture. You know what I mean? As they would start bringing them into the rap space, they were going to start signing people. And then when hip hop kind of put his foot down, right? When hip hop put his foot down, now they like, oh, we don't know what to do. You know what I mean? It's been almost 50 years for this. And they're not letting us give it to anybody else. I mean, remember they took rock from the originators, right? And then they gave it through Elvis, they gave it to everybody else. And then for like 30 years, we saw this representation of where most of us don't even think of us when we think of rock.
It's so funny because they rock morphed or they switched it into pop.
Would it be worth it, Trap,
Ain't that crazy?
to pass hip? Should we have passed hip hop to a person like Drake, and then all the other guys that come out from different suburban communities, and like how they got the MAGA rappers, because they would have still been mainstream. They would have been pushing that because they would have gave it a different look. Was it worth it, or should we want it to die with us?
What made hip hop so special is that they tried it. Like I said before, they tried it many different times. They tried to infiltrate it many different times. You know what I'm saying, and the closer they got, but they couldn't do it. But they got the number wise when it came to Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Like Eminem smashed all the number chart.
It was necessary infiltration.
I think I know what you're saying, Glasses.
What
Trap, should we keep it more still street urban or let the suburbia and them places take over? Is what he's saying. Eminem didn't come from suburbia.
No, that's what I'm saying. When Eminem did what he did, it wasn't them hands. He kept a street urban culture though. He kept a street urban culture like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just from the trailer park though. So, but when it came in,
suburbia and those,
I think
take over.
I think when they trying to
pass it to suburbia, we know.
I don't think we never pass it. We'll never pass the suburbia though. They could never pass it.
We did,
and that's why blacks is being less and less influential.
Nah, I don't think we did because in order for him to get to that to where he was about to get, or wherever he got to, he had to stand next to street urban culture though. He wasn't able to do that shit by himself. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get in the club the way he wanted to be in the club. He couldn't get in the strip club. He couldn't get in all them spots. He couldn't get in them the urban spots that he wanted to get into until he stood next to Future. Until he stood next to this person. He had to come in the game, stand next to Wayne.
Trap, but if you stand next to somebody long enough, they're going to view you as the same.
They almost did.
That's what Glasses is saying. Then he would have took, hip hop. But, Doc came through and woke everybody's eyes up and took the filters off, and everybody got to see, oh, yeah, you guys are not the same standing next to each other. But he Suburbia almost took it. Because they started making them the same as everybody else.
They do. Trap full of shit. They do got
what?
What's
that?
The same thing I told him with 50 Cent and Ye, when all that shit happened, when they did that dumbass contest, we turned over. Remember, this is the rise of the blogs as well. It's 2007, right? 2007, 8. This is the rise of the blog.
But
that was the first move in taking it from street urban people and turning it over to suburban.
Oh, you talking about
now look, right? If we look at the music that came out around the time, okay, cool. He might have knocked 50 off the top, but that didn't put Kanye West on the top though. From that, he didn't go to the top. Like he's the
a million records that week.
He's still on the record sale. Doesn't matter to put you at the top. The culture doesn't weigh off of record sales, B.
So
that's what I was saying about Eminem.
What happened culturally after 2009, 10, 11, 12?
You had trap music take off.
No.
But yes.
Trap was
did. You had Future come around. You had Gucci. You had niggas talking about Gucci Man and shit. The Future was taking off at that time right there, 2010. You had Jeezy on Jeezy taking off.
Don't believe that.
It was still in the streets.
Do you feel like Future got promoted the same way the elite levels of hip hop did? Like other people making rap music did at that time? Like, do you think Future got promoted the same budget as J. Cole or Drake?
By the time DS2 came out, yeah.
Nigga,
By
that
the
was like
time
2
DS2
years
came,
later.
no, that was around like 12. That was around 12. If I can
Not
remember.
bro, when he collabed with Aubrey, homie, that's when he started getting pop budgets.
He went through the roof.
That was in 2014, 15.
But he was already
collab. He had to collab with Suburbia to get the budget.
But that's just the way it always go, B.
No, it wasn't
I'm saying?
always the way it go.
But we don't gauge it towards the budget that they got. The culture don't gauge it towards how many record sales you sold. It goes upon your impact that you have on the culture, bro.
We both know that's not true.
That is true.
We both watched for the last 15 years somebody come in that had no cultural cachet at all and literally start to have their way with the culture. We can't tell that lie.
Because they brought him in the game on Lil Wayne's back on the biggest record label at the time.
He didn't even have the cultural cachet when that happened. That just got him decent enough to make good enough records to have some people. Over the time, he gained more cultural cachet.
He went from standing next to this person to standing next to this person to standing next to this person. He never did that shit like completely. When he was doing it on his own, niggas was like, yeah, that shit is cool. This. It wasn't until he stood next to like somebody that's relevant within the culture when niggas started really like paying attention to him. Like that. To even start saying, yo, he ran the game for 15 years.
But you missing a point. It's been people that came in since then now that are doing the same thing.
Like who?
I think hip hop has been in the hand of Suburbia for the last 15 years. This is the first time in a long time where it doesn't feel as suburban. You forgot about them Charles Hamilton.
So was Wale like a suburban? You feel like? Was Meek Mill like a suburban?
That would have probably been the person sticking out as the Meek Mill.
What? All right, so Wale, do you cater him as being a suburban person?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah. Now, outside looking in, I probably wouldn't think of him as street.
From DC culture.
Yeah,
I was just in DC this past weekend. That's DC culture. What he is, B.
I'm disagreeing, but I'm saying I just wouldn't have thought of him as street. I'm not saying he's not street urban. I'm saying I would have not have thought of him as street.
Come on, Trap. Can't you catch it, Trap?
We're listen, none of us is debating Wale hip hop. That's not what we're doing. We said when hip hop got turned over to Suburbia completely.
Yeah, I know.
Jay wasn't Lex.
J wasn't what?
Suburban.
No, he was not.
Lex said Run DMC is, but that's why they start dressing like Jam Master Jay, Lex. That debate that fast. That's why they stopped. Said stop dressing like how you dressing. Dress like Jam Master Jay. Shout out to Russell Simmons for catching on and knowing what that was about.
I'm trying to think of somebody. I'm trying to think of the people that came. Because you go to Charles Hamilton, and Charles Hamilton was the first song he came was talking about being with a Brooklyn girl, and he was wearing a pink polo with his collar pop.
Shout out to Yato who get what I've been saying forever. Basically, I'm street urban, but I am not street. I skated in LA, not gangbang. But you still are street, and that's kind of the part.
You street skated. You know what I'm saying?
First off, Yato, you were skating places your ass and have no business skating, and you prided yourself in skating places your ass and had no business skating. That's the part of it. So it's street ain't just mean you're a gangbanger. Street means you are breaking the rules. It's all back to the same square shit and conversation. Steve said Wale is mostly middle class, PG County.
No, bro, we're not talking about where you live at, bro. We're not talking about where he live. We're talking about the way he carried himself.
But we're not talking about is he street. Obviously, Wale is street urban culture. We're saying is he street. Listen, we talking about when hip hop got took from the street, not from street urban culture, because Wale is easily street urban culture. Obviously, so is Cole, right, to a degree. All of them guys are. We're saying when Kanye and 50 went head up. And they took hip hop from the streets. That's when they took hip hop from the streets. It was always in the streets' possession before. Yes, you had all kind of artists that wasn't necessarily street guys, but hip hop still stayed in the streets. Wow. Those guys still had to be like, you had to like their music. Like the streets love Ahmad back in the day. The streets loved Keep Passing Me by these people. The streets loved, all of this shit. The streets love Tribe. The streets did not play Tribe. Them niggas ain't. The streets played De La Soul. My older homies, people I remember, all the older OGs played De La Soul. The streets always enjoyed all of the music, but that specific battle and marketing campaign is when the business took hip hop away from the streets. The streets didn't control it after that. Remember, the blogs resurge, right? The blogs, excuse me, they rise into power, right? The blogs rise into power, and the blogs are a bunch of college kids.
Marketing is crazy. You just made me think about how West marketed that, accident, man. That was, he caught everybody's heartstrings and everything in that world.
People was choosing.
That's crazy.
People was choosing between black people that day. Do I want this old hard ass
50
nigga that got shot, killer, or do I want this good college kid who dropped out? And who ended up being crazy?
Man, that's crazy. Marketing.
Look at
nuts.
both of them now.
That's crazy, but that is an accident versus getting shot up, and they took him.
If black people could go back and vote, hey, look at that Kanye now, and you look at that 50 now.
It's not the case though.
Who would they vote now, Trap? They was like, you know what it was, Trap? They was like, this Kanye guy, he's easy going. He's no problem. He's not, he's a good kid. He's not going to be any problem.
He got in an accident.
He just got
he
to
didn't mean no harm or nothing.
He's not going to be no problem.
Yeah.
And they looked up and he was the craziest nigga in the history of crazy niggas. I saw that nigga on Academics page screaming at Kim Jenner.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Kris Jenner, bro.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Man, what? Bruh.
You've been yelling at everybody lately.
When I tell you that was their greatest mistake, that was their greatest mistake in history.
Feeling sorry for him.
He worked his way to that, though.
Huh?
So he worked his way to that.
No.
That was sure he was gonna make it there.
That was him the first day. We just didn't care.
I'm looking for something. All right, so when did Get Rich or Die Trying came out in 2003?
Three. Yeah.
The College Dropout came out in 2004.
Yep.
50 was still stepping. 50 was stepping on shit.
Yeah, the streets. That was the streets' last great hurrah.
I see what you're saying now, Glass. When Suburbia got it. You're right. That was it.
Remember the Jeezy TM 101?
Music changed. Everything. Yeah.
That was 2005.
Yep. When we got to 7 and 8, blog era took off. Let's see if I can find it. This nigga screaming crazy.
I remember 50 sold like a little over 870,000 his first week.
With some Get Rich or Die Trying, right?
Yeah.
But that's
the second album did good too.
Is to give somebody different victimization.
They thought they wanted somebody else.
That was crazy. That was a softer, easy, could happen to you every day.
Yeah.
Just driving, you could get in an accident. Not like I see that marketing. Exactly. That's crazy. The way they did that.
And they always talk shit about street niggas. And street niggas got the most sense in the world. That's why 50 Cent got the most sense in the world. Kanye going crazy on this lady. Let me find that screaming video.
Can't find it? I seen it on Twitter.
50 tricked Ja Rule right out of his spot too.
Yep, got right up in there. Oh, that's me. That's me.
That's me. Doing all this singing. Ja Rule started rapping tough. What 50 do? I don't know what you heard about me.
So now if y'all can recast y'all vote, who would you vote for now? Knowing all this old crazy shit Kanye said and did, and all this old crazy shit knowing, y'all would have motherfucking vote right now.
Cast your vote.
You know why? Because you know why? You know why you're not doing that? Because when it all boiled down to it, Graduation was a better album than that Curtis album.
Is not what happened.
So your vote is still West, huh? Trap.
It was better. It was better though. It was a better. Graduation was a great album.
We're not saying who had the better music. That's again.
You're saying people should have just voted for him because he was from the streets.
Yes, that's why they voted against him.
No, they voted against him because the album wasn't better.
No, they didn't even hear the albums. People was
it came out. It came out about who the winner. The winner came out about who sold more records the first week.
That's so. It wasn't about who album was better. It wasn't like who got the best album. All of a sudden now you care about sales. You missing the point.
No, I'm saying that's how the winner was determined though. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm telling you. So now people have to recast their vote to represent black people moving forward. Because that's what that was really about. That was really about who was going to represent moving black people forward better. who has represented moving black people forward better? 50 Cent or Kanye West at this point.
It had to do with who album was better.
No, it wasn't.
No, I see what Glasses is saying now. It makes more sense. I see what you're saying.
Nah, for real.
No, I understand what he's saying though too. Go ahead, Six.
No,
they tried to expand hip hop by using Kanye to expand hip hop.
They thought Kanye was going to be
going to expand it, and we don't want it to expand. We wanted to keep it where it was with 50 people, like 50.
But black people finally came to the hip hop party.
You know?
And when they cast their vote, they was like, "Oh, it's this good, wholesome Kanye West guy."
You mean the blacks with the money?
You know, they thought Kanye West was a good, wholesome boy. He had just put out an album called Graduation, College. And you got this old crazy nigga talking about he done got shot 9 times and he's back for revenge. Oh, we gonna check the Kanye
grateful
box.
To God and stuff for living.
Look at this Kanye guy. You know, he has this song "Diamonds Are Forever" with Sierra Leone.
Oh, look at his wife.
And look at this crazy
look
nigga
at his
now.
wife and his new family he got.
Look at this crazy man now. That's what they thinking right now, Trap. Shout out to all them execs who did that old boof ass shit. Y'all are mad as fuck now.
Do you think it was more? Yeah.
Was that before or after that?
That was before.
What's that?
That was during the Katrina. So that was 2005-06.
And they still chose it.
Do you think it was more? You think it was more so that when this whole thing was going on, Jay-Z stood next to Kanye West and 50 was standing by himself?
No. I told you what I think it is, dog. I think people really got tired of the streets, or they thought they did. People have been lying to themselves so long about what being street is all about that they thought to themselves that, man, we get to choose this nigga Kanye. He is a safer option. Black people was choosing him. White people was like, yeah, that Kanye guy, he's safe. You know, outside of that little George Bush comment, they was like, you know what? He's easy. 50, you can't do anything to him. 50. They thought 50 was gonna be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And who is the crazy? That's the same thing with Drake, with Aubrey. They thought to themselves, they're like, see, he's a Jewish kid. He grew up nice. All we have to do is get him past the brothers. If the brothers accept him, he's good. He's never going to be a problem. Look at what happened now. Let me tell y'all something, corporate America. It's much easier to make a broke person rich and deal with them than it is to take somebody who has something and really don't give a fuck about it.
Truth.
It's a different level of loyalty that you get when you change their life versus you get with somebody who really like, shit, I would have did it multiple ways. Y'all all voted. Y'all check that Kanye box. This nigga end up being batshit crazy. Y'all was mad at 50. Y'all thought 50 would have been dead by now. He was blah, 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 all the da, da, da. And now this nigga talking about he sucked his cousin's penis.
Not 50.
Nope.
Just make sure.
Yo, man, wrap this up. You bugging, man. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Don't get mad, Trap. So whose fault was it today, Trap? Look at the poll.
The damn show wasn't my fault because y'all bugging. I don't know what the hell, yeah.
Shout out to Baseline. $2. What up, Six? Good to see you.
Baseline, what up, my boy?
Shout out to Natasha. Thank you for the 10 check dollars, Natasha. We up in this thing. On the check. Yep. Shout out to Zob, $2. Y'all goofy trying to discredit everything Drake's done. Oh, man, stop lying. Nobody can discredit what that nigga done.
Shut up, Square.
Drake look like goofy.
Shout out to Lil Bitty. Thank you for the $5. Kanye is just unique. He's a middle-class, very eclectic, slightly hood-adjacent, nerdy black dude. Childish Gambino and Kanye are more alike.
I like that.
I thought about
Gambino is a little different. I ain't gonna even lie. Ye is a very unique person. He not even like white people I know. Shout out to Dave G. Thank you for the $5. So is Drake a square? I'm sure he does drugs. Ganja at least. Alcohol is a drug too. Basically, most people ain't squares if that's the case. Most of y'all not squares.
Just lame.
Shout out to Dave G. Thank you for the $5. Amari Stoudemire is a Hebrew Israelite, not a Jew. There's a difference.
Hebrew Israelite.
No, he's not. He's a Jew. What are you talking about?
Shout out to Ruffian TV. Ruffian TV, thank you for the $5. Hey, Ruffian, send me a message on Instagram. DM me on Instagram ASAP, big dog.
He been coming through through ADHD too. Shout out Ruffians, man.
Ruffian, send me a DM, bro, so I can follow you on IG. What do you think the saying, "You ain't built like that" means? It's lames involved with things they're not supposed to. Yeah, but not that. You wouldn't say that to a square because they wouldn't be even saying that.
They wouldn't even understand what it meant.
Shout out to I Am Miss Tia. Thank you for the $5. I will come to Cali and start trouble behind Alabama. Most Alabamians will.
What happened? Why she say that for?
Where'd that come from? Who from Alabama?
Because I said Backwater, Alabama, like
Yeah,
Oh,
anywhere,
got
little
you,
town
got you.
shout
radio
out to Cali
station.
Moon. Here,
Sure.
damn. Thank you for the $2.
Cali, what up?
What'd she say?
Shout out to Grab Lover.
Yeah.
Thank you for the $5. Peace and respect to this dope podcast. Yo, Trap, I attempted to meet you in DC, but you gave me the not right now energy. All good. So
Oh, nah, bro. Don't do me like that,
Yes,
son.
yes, you
Hollywood
killing the
ass
show,
nigga.
Trap. Huh?
Nah, bro.
Thank you
Don't
for
do
saying
that.
Bougie
Don't do
ass
that.
Trap.
Try
Nah,
seeing them
bro.
again. It's gonna
man.
change.
Queens,
Nah. I ain't do
Queens
nothing like
energy.
Yeah,
that,
come
man.
on, Trap.
Queens energy, bro.
Why you do that for, man? Come
Yeah.
to New York, man. I took you out for a drink. Come to New York, man. My
I'll
bad.
never
I
be like that,
apologize.
my boy.
You can always ask me for directions.
Trap too big.
Man,
now.
you can't
That's
ask Trap for
crazy.
directions.
Nah, big. Nah.
Never mind, sir.
Yeah.
That's hey, Trap, hey,
Oh yeah, Trap.
never mind, sir. Never mind. Damn, Trap, you a dirtbag.
Nah, man. I apologize for that, brother.
Call
Shout
him
out
a
to Craig
dirtbag.
Williams. Thank you for the 20 Canadian dollars. Good conversation today, guys. I respect everyone's opinion. Kanye outselling 50 was the start of 50's downfall and boosted Kanye. Trap don't want to admit it. Shout out to Sean Bidden. Thank you for the $10, homeboy. I appreciate that, dog. So yeah, it's look.
Hold on, Trap. You carried the same attitude to the
Yo, come on. Don't believe.
it's
I don't know who that was.
the same standoff
Shout out
attitude.
to Benita. Thank you for the $5. I don't care how many shows 50 produced. He ain't shit either. Same boat.
What?
Damn.
What?
That's the fucking shit right there.
That's funny.
What the hell?
She
He
on
said, I
par.
don't care how many shows 50 produced. He ain't shit either. He definitely in the same boat with Kanye. Nah, Kanye in a single person rowboat.
Yeah. Facts.
They're going to jet ski.
Kanye is a madman, dog. Kanye is a madman. All right, look. No Sinners Line, the lunch hour every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here, noon Pacific Standard Time on No Sinners by Glasses Malone YouTube page. Click that like button real quick. Click that like button. How many viewers we got?
Tap the screen.
Like 300. It was 300.
300, okay. 300. Click the like button. You know what I mean? If you're on Twitter, retweet this link. If you're on Facebook, share this post. We do the stream to support the No Sinners podcast. Check it out. Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast from. The No Sinners podcast, executive produced by Charlamagne the God, the Black Effect Network, and iHeart. Hold on, Marcus Mitchell. Yo, I just hopped on. Did y'all talk about how Cardi B can have a platinum album, but they're talking about disappointing first week numbers?
Yeah.
It's because they're two different things. If you ignorant, forgive me, I'm not insulting you. I don't mean black people ignorant. I mean
Uninformed.
Yeah.
He
You
gonna play
don't
the
know.
correct Trap.
Because it means the same thing.
Coward.
I'm saying a recertification, while it is close to an indication of how many records you sold, is much more complex today, if that makes sense. So I think her first week sales are 100 to 150,000, which that's not bad for a 7-year hiatus. No single doing incredible. No single doing incredible. 7-year hiatus, you know, straight drop. That's not bad. That's actually pretty reasonable. That's pretty reasonable.
I think within this time right now, when I mean shit, the clips they're 125 though.
Everybody
so.
said Yato, the album is really good. I have heard
Album's great. Album's great. Great sophomore album. People like to compare it to the first album. I can't even. I won't even do that though. I'm just gonna take it for what it is, and I'm saying it's good. It's gonna last a long time.
I just wanted to meet someone from this illustrious podcast.
That's crazy. If you come to LA, man, tap in with any of us.
Yo, hold on. Bring that up real quick. Let me see what that is again.
That's the New York trap.
Bring that up real quick. Let me see what that is right there. I gotta send them. I gotta. Come on. Let me see what that is real quick.
That's fucked up, trap. Damn.
Yeah. Nah, come on, man.
Get that man like
you
that.
wrong.
Nah, man. I ain't doing nobody like nothing, man. I said I could. All I can say, I probably come to New York, man. take you out for a drink, man.
Shout out to Benita.
Please.
Normally, I agree with you, G. 50 is a dirtbag. I used to think so too, but I think I'm wrong. I think 50 just really mad.
What we needed to talk about was this this whole thing going on with Dame and what's the name? All good child. Just one great love. All right. All right, man. Yo, listen. Hit me on the what's the name? You come to New York, I got you with a drink. If I come back down, I got you with a drink. But yeah.
Trap out there treating people like Will Smith.
Never.
Shit. No, nigga, what you want, nigga?
Yeah.
Can I take a picture? Fuck no, nigga. Queen.
Nah.
Don't you see him right here drinking his lemonade?
I'm out here with my family, man. Right now.
Nah, man.
I used to be so mad at Game when he would tell fans, no, I'd be like, bro, take the fucking picture, dog. Fuck.
That's crazy.
Nah.
But
go look on Pornhub. The event was dope though too. I know if you enjoyed yourself though, man. The event was fire. Go looking on Pornhub though, great.
How do you mistreating people? You didn't invite
them. Man, I ain't mistreating nobody, man. I don't know what that
is. At this event coming up, Trap, man.
Yeah,
man.
Trap, man. In DC, Trap, man. Don't do it. Don't act that way, Trap in DC.
Nah, man. Nah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I saw you saw me where? You like Debo? What, nigga?
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Man.
I think I do remember somebody coming up to me and telling me and mentioning the pod though too. I think I might have been in the mix of the live stream though.
Like whatever.
I know.
No, that wasn't whatever. I think I definitely said appreciate it. And everything. But I definitely appreciate you growing up though, man. For real. The event was super dope. Real hip hop curated. You know what I'm saying? Everything was popping there, man.
3 albums or something.
Huh?
J Electronica dropped like 3 albums.
5 albums.
Oh, 5.
Dropped 5 albums in one weekend. It's crazy. That was crazy. He dropped the album on the 20th. Dropped like a 3-pack. Might be 4 albums actually. Dropped the 3-pack on Saturday. He dropped another album last night. That was crazy, B. But it's not all new music.
Shout out to Kanye. Thank you for the $2. Trap doesn't care about black people. Kanye voice.
Wow.
Fucking K-Way, stupid. I'm crying.
Damn, K-Way.
That's how you go mistreat people, Trap. Y'all still.
Damn, K-Way.
Yeah, for real.
Shout out to Lil Bitty. Thank you for the $5. Unfortunately, Drake made it seem like being a fake tough crybaby is cool, and that is lame.
Supremely.
All right, how many likes we got now?
Yeah,
not enough.
167.
Nah, that's only half, bro.
I'm on YouTube.
Double tap the screen. Take one time. Double tap the screen. Y'all, that's what y'all gotta do.
304
double
viewers.
Tap the screen.
160 likes.
That's what y'all gotta do. Let's get some up, please. Appreciate that.
It's free.
Yep.
All right, man. We
finger,
just Wednesday. Much love to everybody. Out this thing.
Easy.
Contests or something.